All right. This thing is kind of dark a little bit, and I think I got it. This is my first time going live, and um, now that my Instagram has been disabled, and I feel like the best way, the only way to try to get the is to get the message across is use my YouTube platform. As people that knows me knows that on your to mommy, you know that I hate when people that are in a position of power, when you are abusing the power, especially when you abuse the power that you don't deserve. That's where EBT issue to my one here. With even though I'm not going to talk about it in great detail because me, I don't know, how all of this started. I don't care to know. I only want to address this based on facts. I'm not going to address this based on what is said in the constitution because I don't have a full understanding of what the original Nigeria constitution is or the 1999 amended constitution is that has the writing or that gave the power to the ones that are currently using it right now. And as everybody know that, as everybody is aware of all of the craziness that's going on with uh the I'm not going to I don't know if I should say the dissolve, I don't if I should say temporary suspension of the National Union Road Transport work in Lagos State. Normally, I wouldn't even get into this, but mo fẹ́ ká wo from this angle. What is the purpose of National Union Road Transport work? And I want us to look at it exactly from what the acronym is. What exactly is National Union Road Transport work? I want us to look at it from that perspective. That National Union Road Transport work. What was the reason why it was set up in the first place? And some might say that it was set up to give uh, uh, public transportation uh, uh, sector a room for them to be able to earn income. Some might say that the federal government or the state government that has been in existence for God knows how long gave this set of group and on if I should call it unshakable power, or if I should call it untapped power that they did not deserve. So you gave a group of people a power that they did not deserve, and you tell them, I want you to form this body, and I want you to act as an extension of Ministry of Transportation. Because I've always been on the side of everything that these guys are doing falls should should fall under Ministry of Transportation. When you became a body of the federal government, that you are collecting tax from people, that you are extorting, you are not even collecting tax, you are extorting these people of their hard earned money. and you call it, you put a name to it and you call it NURTW. That's exactly what it is. NURTW is not, should not, and is not a legitimate body that should be governing anything from the local to state to federal, even up onto the one they call them the so-called um um I don't know all of their names, and I don't care to know them. I don't really care to know them. The only one that I've that that we all know of is MC Oluomo, of course. That's how I became, you know, I by default. That's how I think I got myself into that circle. It's by default. So I want to address it from this perspective. Now, there's an issue. Number one, you are supposed to let's take it from let's look at it from this angle. You went all the way to chairman of NURTW Lagos chapter. And from what I'm tracking, and from what I'm aware of, they have different states. They have an NURT body in every state up until Abuja, which is the overhead of the non-existing and illegitimate governing body. Let's even put the illegitimate to the side. You have different chapter. You have Lagos chapter. You have the Southeast chapter. You have the, I don't know if they have it in the eastern states, and I'm sure they have it in the deep north. So you have all of these bodies, and you have somebody they call Barua that sits at Abuja. If I'm tracking, if I hope I'm getting it right. You have somebody they call Barua that sits at Abuja. There's the federal body of the illegitimate transport body. So now they install you as the Lagos chapter. They install you as the Lagos chapter chairman. But you got too greedy. You're getting too greedy. You're getting too comfortable. Now you think that the best thing to do now is to go against the code of conduct in which you are elected to be the a piece of the puzzle. So they elect you as the Lagos chapter, but instead of you to play your role as the Lagos chairman, now you want to conjoin, and you want to bring different entities that's of no concern, that's of no business to you. And your duties, your scope of duties and responsibility as the Lagos State chapter, you have no business to bring in all these different entities into play. And please, if I'm wrong, please correct me, because Gbogbo Itangbo is all he say this, 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 he say this on YouTube. And that's the reason why I'm, you know, all these things that I've heard, and I know some true, some the other way, but hey, you still got to take it for what it is, and we'll take it with a grain of salt. So now that you have been made a chairman of just a piece of the puzzle, now you believe that you have enough power, or you believe that you have enough cojones. Cojones is, I believe, it is a Spanish word of big balls. You have the balls to now be referring to the guy that's the head over you, that's the boss of all of this illegitimate. I'm gonna continue to use that word, illegitimate, illegitimate. Now you have the balls to speaking ill or to speak negativity of the leadership approach that this guy is is using, or the leadership approach that you don't agree with, that you believe it goes against the bylaws or whatever the hell you guys get governed by, or whatever illegitimate piece of jargons that's being written on paper. Because if something is illegitimate, whatever it is that you put together as bylaws or rules and regulation is jargons. Is completely and total jargons. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't smell, it does not pass the smell test. So you guys are now in loggerheads because money, greed, and power, when those three mix together, is a recipe for disaster. Number one, you are given a position that you did not earn. Number two, you form a body, an illegitimate body that should never exist in the first place. You set it up all in the name of extorting people, all in the name of collecting money that you did not work for, all in the name of consolidating and making yourself more important than what you are, what you really are. And the reason why I'm addressing it, because at the end of the day, once this illiterate buffoons, once they start causing chaos in Lagos State, innocent people will get a taste. Innocent people will feel their wrath. Innocent people will be pulled into this ridiculousness, because that's exactly what it is. You put all of this uneducated nuisance. You put all of these uneducated clowns. You put them together and you call them NURTW. You put all of these people together. They have no education whatsoever. I mean, granted, education is not everything. Having the education is different from having that wisdom. Just because you don't go to school does not mean you don't just does not mean you cannot acquire that wisdom. I always tell people, just because you don't go to school or just because you don't have some form of education does not mean you cannot acquire wisdom. You can acquire wisdom on the street. You can acquire wisdom by surrounding yourself with people that have that thing called intelligence. You can surround people. You can surround yourself with. You cannot have education and surround yourself with people they are intelligent, they are smart, they are witty, and you can still get that wisdom. But that's not the case here. Money, power, greed is all mixed together, and you have this. I don't want to use the abusive words. You have this group of boys. You don't even I can't even call them men. You have this group of boys that goes out and cause chaos, that goes out and cause calamities, all in the name of the money that they are going to give them, all in the name of the that's 10,000 naira or 20,000 naira, 30,000 naira that they are going to collect. And 9 times out of 10, they probably use it to drink, they probably use it to smoke, they probably use it to carry Olosho. Those are the three things. So now the chaos is now here because I was listening to some to this guy, and this is my first time listening to him on YouTube. And he looks elderly. Is an elderly guy. I don't know if he's an elderly guy, but I think he's one of the presenter for World TV. And the guy spoke eloquently. The guy spoke eloquently, and that's my very first time of listening to him. As he was analyzing it, and he detailed everything. And one thing that I took out of it was the fact that nobody was present. Nobody benefited from all of this, NURT ridiculousness when things was going good. At least the general population did not benefit, when it was good. But now it's about to go, it's about to go south. Things is about to get ugly. Things is about to get ugly. Because you have a group of uneducated, no wisdom, not thinking twice, don't care about the lives that will be taken in this process, as long as they believe that they are fighting for a cause, as long as they believe that they are in the right, as long as they believe. And that's another thing. Another problem Nigerians are having is entitlement. As long as they believe that they have earned what they are getting, or they have earned that thing that somebody wants to take away from them, that's when all hell is going to break loose. And it's about to. And it's about to. For you as an illegitimate body, for you as an illegitimate body, now dragging a duly elected state governor. Therefore, governor for Jide Sanwo-Olu to help you intervene. Number one, it should be a slap to your face, governor, that you have all of this, for lack of a better term, thug. I'm not even going to use the word thug, because when I use the word thug, it kind of affirm, or it kind of reaffirm that they are to be feared. No, they are not to be feared. They are not thugs. They are not dogs. They are animals. And guess what? You don't respect animals. You don't respect animals. They don't deserve the respect that they get in the community. They don't. So the moment we call them thugs, that means we put them in a category that they can't be touched. That means we put them in this category that they ought to be feared. No, they are not to be feared. They are not to be feared. As every citizen of this of Nigeria, if only you know the power you have at your disposal. If you bind together, one for all for one for all for one. If you bind together with a loud voice, your voice is louder than the highest decibel speaker system that you can ever find in this world. And the prime example was NSAS movements. When you bind together, when you form a chain link, and you let these people know that there is no weak point in there's no weak link in this chain link, you can get the Nigeria that you deserve. But let me leave that to the side. Let me come back to this to this NURT nonsense. So ask yourself this: what is it